This is Radio Taiwan International.
Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Phil Kotsky coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with a look at the day's top stories for Thursday, January 15th. Phoenix Mayor Gallego meets with President Lai, discusses TSMC plans. Taiwan locates missing F-16V black box, requests foreign assistance to recover. And Defense Ministry warns budget delay could add years to arms purchases. But first, today's top story. Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego met with President Lai Ching-te this Wednesday as she leads a delegation to visit Taiwan. This Thursday, Gallego said that TSMC purchased new land in Phoenix last week, doubling its investment in Arizona. She praised the development as exciting and significant growth, adding that TSMC's Arizona plant has already made Phoenix a leading manufacturing hub in the United States. The New York Times reported that TSMC pledged to build 5 more facilities in the U.S. as part of a deal to reduce Taiwan's tariffs to 15%. Gallego said Phoenix had already allocated additional land last December to ensure sufficient space for the construction of more wafer fabrication facilities. Gallego said Phoenix is grateful to TSMC for allowing the city to produce the most advanced chips in the U.S., saying they are globally second only to Taiwan. The United States mayor will also be signing a memorandum of understanding with Taiwanese startup and attending a youth baseball friendship game during the delegation's visit. The Defense Ministry announced this Thursday that they located the black box of the missing F-16V fighter jet. Due to its positioning in deep waters and limitations of domestic salvage vessels, the ministry is coordinating with Singaporean and Japanese salvage companies to recover this device. The Air Force F-16V fighter jet went missing on January 6th. The pilot, Captain Shin Poi, is suspected to have ejected about 10 nautical miles east of Fongbin Township, Hualien County. Search and rescue operations are ongoing. Defense Minister Wellington Koo stated on Monday that specialized vessels had been dispatched to locate the black box, which was emitting a weak signal, but its precise location had yet to be determined. It wasn't until this Thursday morning that the ministry announced the precise location had been determined. Opposition parties have criticized the government's proposed 1.25 trillion NT dollars, around $39.6 billion US special budget for enhancing defense resilience and asymmetric capabilities as a blank check lacking a detailed procurement list. Vice Defense Minister Xu Sijian clarified Thursday at a cabinet news conference that the ordinance is not a black box operation. Even if passed, the special budget would still undergo legislative review. On secrecy, he said it still complies with Taiwan's National Security Act and U.S. Taiwan Security Assistance Rules, allowing disclosure only after U.S. government announcements. With the legislature delaying reviews of this year's central government budget and the defense ordinance, Defense Ministry Strategic Planning Director Huang Wenzhi warned of risks. Current arms deals are hitting payment and delivery peaks, especially drone systems. Delays could let other nations jump the queue amid global defense spending surges. As everyone can see, countries around the world are all increasing their defense budget this year. That means, in coming years, almost all countries will be making large-scale purchases of these weapons and equipment, many of which are the same models as ours. If we delay signing the contract by even one day, the delay won't be just 1 or 2 days, or even 1 or 2 months. Once another country's order jumps the queue, we might be waiting years, Huang said. The ministry aims to boost domestic industry and non-rich supply chains via the ordinance. The Industrial Technology Research Institute said that the 2026 CES spotlighted 4 key trends: continued investment in AI computing power, the rise of physical AI, immersive experiences, and the expansion of Google's Gemini ecosystem into diverse fields. Among them, the integration of AI into physical products and daily life stood out as a major highlight, heralding a shift from visual applications to a real-world physical AI era. At its 2026 Key Trend Forum on Thursday, the Institute's Deputy Director of International Institute of Technology, Zhao Zuyou, said that AI demand is shifting from large data centers to edge devices such as robots, vehicles, and wearables, driving rapid growth in computing and token requirement. Computing power is king, he noted, referencing industry leaders NVIDIA and AMD. Immersive technology has also evolved beyond headsets, merging digital and physical experiences in cars, homes, and offices through AI-driven sensory feedback. Meanwhile, Google's Gemini ecosystem is quickly extending into various hardware scenarios with the potential to rival or surpass Amazon's ecosystem. Addressing bubble concerns, Zhao said any correction would be localized rather than symmetric. Startups may face higher risks due to uncertain monetization models, but major cloud providers like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon remain stable thanks to solid AI-based cloud services. The World Baseball Softball Confederation announced on Wednesday the participating teams for the Premier 12 2027. Including qualifiers, 19 of the 20 total teams have now been confirmed. Taiwan, currently ranked number 2 in the World Baseball Softball Confederation Men's Baseball World Rankings, has automatically qualified for the group stage and will aim to defend its championship title. This edition of the Premier 12 will expand to feature 16 teams in the preliminary round. The top 12 teams from the 2025 year-end world rankings: Japan, Taiwan, the United States, South Korea, Venezuela, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Panama, the Netherlands, Cuba, Australia, and the Dominican Republic, will be joined by 4 teams advancing from 2 qualifying tournaments taking place this year. Of the 8 teams slated to compete in the qualifiers, 7 have already been confirmed. Number 13, Colombia, Italy, Czechia, Nicaragua, China, Germany, and Great Britain. The remaining spot will go to either number 20, Canada, or, if the host nation of a qualifier rank outside the top 20, to that host nation via a wild card berth. China will host one of the 2 qualifying tournaments from November 26th to 29th this year at the International Baseball Softball Complex in Zhongshan, Guangdong Province, producing 2 of the 4 advancing teams. The World Baseball Softball Confederation will announce the location of the second qualifier in the near future. Pingdong County government hosted the Mountain Bites Sea Delights Pingdong Taiwan Tourism Promotion Luncheon in Bangkok on Wednesday, deepening Taiwan-Thailand tourism ties. According to the Thai Times, the event focused on signing an MOU on cooperation in tourism and promoting Pingdong's tourism exchange, drawing association of Thai travel agents members, aviation and travel industry representatives, and Taiwan-Thailand officials. At the MOU signing ceremony, Chen Mei-ling, director of the Department of Indigenous Peoples, Pingdong County government, said Pingdong is a mountainous, water-rich county with integrated ethnic groups encompassing Minnan, Hakka, indigenous, and new resident cultures, with indigenous peoples making up about 8% of the population and featuring 8 indigenous townships linked by Route 185 into a cultural corridor of culture, ecology, and industry. This MOU is not just a document, but symbolizes deepening trust and friendship between Pingdong and Bangkok. We sincerely invite Thai tourism partners to visit Pingdong and experience its unique charm. Transportation and Tourism Director Huang Guowei noted that the trip to Thailand represents County Magistrate Zhou Chunmi tourism's diplomacy, bringing private sector partners, including travel agencies, tourism alliances, and accommodations. She hopes the government and private sectors will join hands with Thai agencies to package more complete, diverse Pingdong products for long-term ties. Thai Travel Agents Association Vice President Sunanta Eumpon pledged to promote Pingdong. The Thai Travel Agents Association Vice President Dr. Sumali Wangcharanko, a Hakka herself, felt affinity from Pingdong's Hakka community. Taiwan's representative to Thailand, Peter Xialilan, said bilateral tourism grew from 700,000 in 2016 to 1.4 million in 2024, with vast potential for Pingdong's ocean, hot springs, and indigenous attractions. Pingdong officials call the event a starting point for ongoing cooperation. Thanks for joining me for the news. I'm Phil Laskowski. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.